Hey everybody, hello, welcome. Let me adjust my. Welcome to Serendipity. Good to see you this week. I am Dr. Nicole, and I am here in Florida.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Lavonda, and I am here in Birmingham.
Hi, everyone. It's Kimberly from Northern Virginia, and we have a show for y'all today. We got a special guest. I hope you guys are excited. I'm excited. But let me go ahead and jump right in. This special guest, he worked for corporate America for about 9 years and decided that is not the life for me. And he's been in a home-based business for the last 25 plus years. He's our mentor. He's been our mentor and our EP for the last 2 years, whipping us into shape, getting us ready. Without further ado, let me welcome Mr. Tony Fleming.
And the crowd goes wild.
How you doing today, Mr. Fleming?
I'm doing good.
It's good. Thank you for joining us today from behind the scenes. You know, normally you're behind the scenes.
Right. I'm here with the dippity tonight.
We really appreciate you. So we brought you here today because there's been a lot of talk out here in these streets about men and women not being able to have the same type of conversations that men and men have. So, for example, say two men are out in the park, they see a woman and she's just not having her best day. So they jokingly point out to her, "You're not having your best day. You're looking pretty rough." Why is it not okay for a woman to point back out to the men that you're not having a hot day either? What do you think about all that?
Well, when it comes to that, I mean, you probably can, but I don't know too many guys that would say something like that. You know what I'm saying? You might want to give me another example. I don't know too many guys would tell a woman that they look kind of rough today. You know what I'm saying? Not publicly, but unless that's your mentor or somebody that's training you and want to make sure, like I tell my wife, you can't go outside looking like that. Don't do that. If you're going to do that, don't have nothing with my name on it, nothing with the team name, nothing with anything that comes back to me, then that's fine with you. If you want to go out there and do that, then, but I don't, tell her, I'm just saying, look, you need to look at, first impressions is everything. So, but I'll probably never walk up to a female and say something like that, unless, again, I'm mentoring that person and they want advice from me, and I'm gonna say, look, you can't, let's talk about it.
So that's a good example. So let's go back to your wife. You tell her, "Look, hun, don't go out here representing me with your wig cocked to the side. That's just not gonna work out."
She love to throw a hat on. If she want to throw a elite team hat on or a Tava hat, I'm like, don't do that. Because the first thing you know, somebody gonna see you. Hey, ain't you Tony? You gonna go out looking like that, have nothing on that relates back to me or anything else. Now, it still might be somebody that see you. It still might be somebody, but I still suggest you don't do that. But I'm not gonna tell her how awful she looked. I'm just saying, I wouldn't do that if I were you.
So what if she comes back and says, "Well, honey, you need to change your shirt because you probably shouldn't go out with your stomach looking like that. You should probably wear a little looser shirt."
Yeah, you know what?
Men do that to each other all the time.
Well, yeah. Anytime she says that, I'll go do it. Because I know that if she's saying that, there's got to be some truth into it. So I ain't got to, because I go back and look in the mirror myself, be like, oh, you might be right about this. Let me get this right before I step outside. You know what I'm saying? Because maybe sometimes she don't say it enough. I'm like, you let me go outside like this or something, So if she does say it, I'm like, let me go check and see, because, hey, I don't want to be looking crazy out here because, like I said, first impressions is everything. And I know we got this, raggedy look that's, people are looking at, but it's still a different type raggedy look. It's not like raggedy, but it's a different type look. So I want to make sure I'm a little on point with that. I don't want to get caught. I'll be out with my gym clothes on. Somebody, you leaving the gym. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. But I'm not going to be out there looking terrible. At least in my thinking, I'm not. If she catches me or says, "Don't do that," trust me, I will look at that.
Wow, that's interesting that you say that, because I've had someone, I won't name any names, say that if I said something like that, I'll never get a husband talking like that.
Yeah, because you know why? It's not a lot of times it's not what you say, it's the tone of how you say it. And I can understand that if they said something to you, because I've heard your tone before when it's a different type tone. You know what I'm saying? You can say things a certain way, but it's like, I always talk about when people come, they leave the comedy club and try to come home and say that same joke. And that joke is not in the same level, not the same tone. It's not even, that's not funny, even though it was funny there. But the same thing when somebody says something to you, two people can say the same thing. And one person will be looked at differently than the other. And that's so important with when you're doing anything in life. Your tone is so important in how how it's perceived.
Right.
Okay.
That's so obviously you're the exception to the rule, and probably my husband is the exception to the rule. But I do know that I have seen, just using the example, I have seen many women, dressed very nicely, and the guy not dressed to match. And that seems to be okay in our society. Like, that seems to be acceptable. But if it were reverse, not only would men be talking about the woman, but the women would be talking about the woman. And so,
but see, you got to give me an example of that, because if they're dating and the woman goes out with the man, he looks like that, and she hadn't said anything, and she probably knows that's all he has. She probably knows that's his look. She probably knows that. But if she knows that's not his look, then that's a different story. But if they go on a date and they hanging out, I'm sure she probably knows who she's dealing with. And so if that's okay with her, you know what I'm saying? I've seen that too. I've seen dudes look like, look, I've seen guys that drive cars. I'm thinking, you went and picked her up in that car and she actually got in that car? You know what I'm saying? So if she actually got in that car when you picked them up, so I'm like, okay. I'm sure some women look out the window and be like, No, you pull up in one of them, got 30 size tires, 30-inch tires on it, is jacked up like this, and it's bouncing. So you get in that, then we know who you are.
But it might be shiny. So I've seen some of those, and they're nice and shiny and clean at least. But I haven't gotten in one. I don't know anybody that's driven one of those.
Look, he might have a whole lot of money too, so she might just bite the bullet and go and jump up in there. You know what I'm saying? So
she might.
So you never know, but I think that if a female or male is with a person, they go on a date or something, they're hanging out. Now, if they meet for the first time, that's a different story. But if they know each other and they know how each person's dressed, and they still hanging out with them, then they know they accepted who they are. Like, my wife knows me, and she knows. So if she says something, I'm gonna run to the mirror right quick. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, my husband asks my opinion all the time. So,
but here's the thing. I don't ask the opinion. That's what I said. So if she says something, that really means something. So I'm always, you know what I'm saying? So she says, so wait a minute. What,
So let's get a little bit, I guess, this is funny right here. But so let's talk about, like, when women are very strong, powerful. They're go-getters. They're aggressive, and how, you know, they can have the same quality like in business as a man may, but it's looked upon very favorably for a man to be aggressive in the business world. But if a woman is like that, she gets called all kinds of names. And I think, you know, that is not necessarily what her personality is. She's just doing the same thing in business to be as successful as the man is doing the same thing, but get evaluated differently. So what do you think about?
Well, look, again, I'm the wrong guy on that one because I know people do that. But I probably follow more female leaders, listen to more females than anybody else. You know, like the example I was making about the makeup lady. She has some good stuff to talk about business, and I was trying to hear it, but I just couldn't. With this doing this, I couldn't get it. I'm like, hey, I mean, I need her to be more aggressive like a man or something. But this, you know, I mean, I'm like, I had to finally put the phone down and listen to her without seeing her do this stuff here. So I ain't that guy, you know what I'm saying? I like women that are aggressive. Now I think the question should be, should they carry that home? I think that's the challenge.
Okay.
See, that's the challenge. So now when you go home with that and you got an alpha male at home, somebody got to give. You know what I'm saying? You can't just clash like that. Somebody, and that's the hardest thing in the world is being a businesswoman and then changing a little bit when you get home. Some can do it, but a lot of them can't. So if you can't, that's what happens when you find that alpha female wind up marrying a less than an alpha man, because they're not going to change when they get home. So the man has to be the one that can take it and deal with it. I'm just saying, in business, a female needs to be like what you said, the alpha, the aggressive, and going for it. They need to be that. But I think the question is when they go home, when you got the man there that's the alpha male, you know, you bump heads if one of y'all don't give. Usually the man is not gonna give, so that's why an alpha female will wind up, you know, with I don't know what's less than an alpha man. So,
well, I guess that would be my thing. Like, so it's a relationship. So they've got into a relationship together. So, to me, it would have to be give and take on either side, and not just assume that the woman is going to give and take, all the time.
I wish the world was like that.
But it's not. That's
what
we're talking about.
And I don't think men are going to at any point change, because they have to be that lion out there every day. They dealing with all kind of other stuff that, you know, people expect them to be the breadwinners. People expect them to do a lot of stuff. So they have to be that dog. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think, you know, you're going to find that. So I agree. But I mean, I wish the world wasn't like that. I wish the world wasn't, you know, that way. And I can go even deeper, but I'm not going to do that on here because, you know.
No, you should. Go ahead.
No. I'm talking about cultural things. So I don't want to get y'all banned. You can get banned from Facebook.
This is the first time you're a guest on here. Please don't do that.
You can banned quickly.
I say do it. Don't do it.
If I start talking about that, then you might even have some friends that's listening that might not want to hear that. So let me stick with what I just said. I just know that that's a battle that you're gonna have to. One person gonna have to give, and you know, man has to be that alpha guy out here all the time. And because even if he's not, a lot of times the alpha female don't respect him.
Why do you feel like a man has to be the alpha male all the time? Because
it's so rough out here. You know, it's like,
it's not rough on women?
Oh no, not as much as men. So again, because first of all, you know, that's the woman who decided to play that role. You know what I'm saying? That's not, and I'm not saying you can or can't. I'm saying, but if you play that role of being the aggressor, being the assertive one, being the business person, again, and look, I don't have a problem with it. I think that you can do that, but I don't think you're gonna be able to bring that home to that person that's there if he's an alpha male. I just don't. You know what I'm saying? Now, you might say that's wrong, the world is wrong, and it should be something different. I agree. But, you know, shouldn't be racism. There shouldn't be a lot of things happening out here that should change also.
I hear what you're saying, but when you say she chose to play that role, what do you mean when you say a woman chose
because
to play that role?
she chose to be this the person that she wanted to be. She chose to be. See, everybody don't choose to be a business person. Everybody don't choose to be. If you choose to be that, that's great. And what comes with that is you got to be assertive. You got to be aggressive. You have to really, because you actually in what they call a man's world, business. That's what's been that way for years. So when you come into that world, you got to be that person. You know what I'm saying? You can't, because I see some of y'all are not that people. That's why I can't say things to y'all like I need to, because you can't take it. You'd be like, oh, my feelings hurt. See, most females can't take that. So the person that can take it has to be assertive, has to be aggressive. That has to be that female woman. But when she takes it home, that's the problem. Because you got that same lion there at home too, like you, and it's gonna be hot. You know what I'm saying?
But that's my question then, because you're saying even in the conversation that you have, that woman, that aggressive woman, she's got to be able to take it. But that's what we're saying. If she can take it and she shoots it back, that's a problem. Why is that a problem?
No, it's not.
You can take it, like you said. You dish it out because you can take it. And women should be able to take it.
No. The only time it's a problem, and I want you to hear this clearly when I'm talking to you, is when we mentor-mentee relationship. Not when we're on the same level, it's not a problem. But if it's a mentor-mentee, that's a challenge. I don't care if it was a man. If it's mentor-mentee, you have to watch yourself. You know, I don't say certain things to, you know, Mr. Lord or something like that. I'm not going to do that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's my point with you. It's not like, if you're on my same level when it comes to business, if we out here in the trenches going at it, I want you to be aggressive. I want you to be like that.
Agreed.
But I'm talking about the female who wants to marry somebody.
Right.
Both of y'all can't be y'all can't, but you can't be at the house like that. You just
But it's not rah. It's you make a joke, I make a joke. We jokey.
Hey, can somebody text Nina and say the call is good? She asked me. I can't do it from my phone here, so.
Right, you on your phone. I don't have Nina's number.
Yeah, tell her we on tonight. Did y'all send her the link?
Mm-mm.
Faith would have. It wouldn't come from here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Well, that's my question. Jokes. You said that's not a good thing to have, even in a relationship. I mean, if you say a sarcastic joke, why can't a female say that same sarcastic joke back?
You can. But I'm saying a mentee mentor can't. Now, and you can't say that same thing back to your husband at home. That's what I'm saying. Because it's going to be that's all I'm saying. In business, you can. If you're on the same level with that person, y'all can go at it. But if it's a mentee mentor situation, that's different.
I get that, but when you say she chose that, I feel, what if that's how she feeds her family? Maybe that's the only way she can feed her family is to be in business and be.
Well, that's fine, but
she don't have to take it home. She can be.
That's what I'm saying. If she don't have a husband at home, then that's fine. But if she got a husband at home that's out here trying to do the same thing, some got to give.
Yeah.
You know.
I don't think. Yeah, I don't. I guess that's. I think we're talking. I think we're talking order in terms of biblical, because
you really don't want to talk biblical. No,
I do. Because that's the only reason why I'm gonna let him take the lead, because of what I believe spiritually. Right. But some people don't believe that way, so they may not feel like.
Ask the preacher's daughter.
Where the preacher daughter at?
Right there. She don't believe that.
Okay.
So, but if we really go biblical, you can really shut down this conversation.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
No. I'm saying we can just pull up scripture after scripture. I don't have my Bible with me. I didn't do that because I didn't want to go that route. But I mean, you the daughter of the preacher.
Well, how women have to be submissive? Are we talking that scripture?
Does it say that?
It does, but it's not interpreted in the sense that everyone keeps interpreting it. Doesn't mean women got to be quiet. Right. It means submissive in love. Different.
Oh, well, all these preachers show been teaching it the wrong way for like 150. You need to go let them all know how to teach this now. You really do, because they don't know.
Is it that they don't know, or you heard differently?
Well, I think millions and millions heard differently too. Then, if that's the case.
Well, I was taught that what that means is I have my opinion, he has his opinion, and where we disagree, I yield to his opinion. Is what my.
That's the point I'm making. But if both of y'all alphas, you ain't gonna yield.
Yeah, I agree with that. I don't even want to be in the house with all that.
I know. And there's a scripture say that. I'd rather sleep on the top of a tin roof or something like that than to have something it says. I don't want to mess it up like that, but you know it said that.
All right.
One more time. One more time, Mr. Fleming.
I'd rather sleep on the top of a tin roof or something like that.
Do that.
I can't do that all night long. You know what I'm saying?
I can't.
Just say, okay, baby. Okay,
That's
baby.
it.
I don't want to do that at all.
Okay, baby.
So, oh, baby, hey, baby, then get on the phone, talk to your girlfriend, and laugh about it. He think he.
But then my sponsor, the lovely Miss Lisa Adams Horsley said, it's just the way you say it, as if you're saying, you like you said, it's my tone.
Mm-hmm.
She was saying the same thing. It's bring it down to a more. You can say it, but just say it in a different tone.
Really? She said that?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
She sure did.
Okay.
Well, this could go on and on for sure. Sure.
Yeah, I can. Hey, I'm just telling you, you know, I'm just, you know, I don't have a problem with, you have to be assertive and aggressive as a business person in business as a female. You can't be soft. You can't. And it's hard. Y'all heard the audio. You watched it. You listened to it 4 times, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And what did he say?
The ones with the guys?
Yeah. No. The one we talked about today, LaVonda. What did the guy say? That everybody out here just pretty much soft now. You can't say anything to anybody almost.
Right. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Even if you just talk frankly with somebody, they say they're being yelled at.
And I told you before, when I had some conversation with some ladies, and I've learned 5-10 years ago, don't do that, because they're gonna go home to their husband, and then the husband gonna call if he's an alpha male and say, don't talk to my wife like that.
I don't know.
I don't do that. You know what I'm saying? I don't do that. I even told Mr. Lord that one day when somebody called me. I said, man, I'm not getting in that. I'm not, because I know what happens.
I don't know if I believe you or not.
Believe me what? You let some dude talk to my wife that way and she come home and tell me, you don't have to believe me. I'm going to call that dude. I can promise you that. I'm going to call him. So I can promise you that. So,
and that's why you know
that's
that.
why you know. No, I'm telling you, that's why it happened to me. I understand the guy. I even told him when he called me. I said, bro, I understand everything you're saying. I said, but you need to check your wife, because she's the one who asked me to do that. So I understood that. You know, but it ain't gonna happen again. You won't hear me do that.
Well, I know you all have to hop off. It's 8:55.
Right.
Yes.
Thank you, Mr. Fleming, for joining us today. You lost our viewers for a second, but then they came back. All the women came back. They was like, ooh, I'm scared what he's about to say to that, but they came back. So thank you again for joining us.
I'm really shocked that LaVonda says she don't believe a man would call another man about.
No. I'm saying I don't believe what you're saying about how you talk to people.
What do you mean?
You don't yell and all that. I guess you I ain't gonna say that.
Did he say that? I missed
that.
No.
I didn't say I didn't yell.
Oh, okay.
They asked me to tell them the truth.
Oh, okay.
See, I don't tell a lot of people the truth when it comes to what business they have to do. My voice carries anyway, so I could be talking low and just gonna carry. You know, I learned that a long time ago. My dad's voice was like that. So, but as for telling the truth, about what it takes and what you're not really doing, that's what I'm saying. I told her the truth, and
that upset her because you told her the truth.
She didn't want to hear it. She went on and told her husband.
You know where you're gonna find the truth though? He will definitely tell that truth on the great
in 2 minutes.
Toughness calls.
In 2 minutes. Okay.
I'm about to go jump on another call in 2 minutes, so I got to go put on my Taba gear.
Okay.
Peace.
But if you guys want to hear the truth from Mr. Tony Fleming, jump on the mental toughness calls every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I was about to say Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. But we're Monday, Wednesday, and Friday now at 7 a.m. Eastern time. And come back to Serendipity next week, Wednesday, same time, 8:30 Eastern time, 8:30 p.m. Eastern time. I don't know why I'm stumbling over times for some reason. But come back here, listen to this replay again. We got some big surprises for y'all coming soon. Until next week, goodbye. Oh, Lord.